Hi, and welcome to Outsmart Your Guitar. I'm glad you could drop by to see what we're doing today. Today we're in part 2 on a series that is aimed exclusively at people who are early in their lead guitar playing journey. It's always hard to grab hold of things and really get things sounding good early on. So what I've been doing in the first part, and will continue doing in this part, is giving you things you can apply and start doing right now with what you already know. That's powerful stuff. So let's just get right to it, and we'll talk more about it as we go. But wait, press that red button down there in the corner, and you'll be subscribed to Outsmart Your Guitar. Ring the notification bell and you'll be informed when new content is posted, which is usually around once a week or so. Down in the description, you will see a link to patreon.com, Outsmart Your Guitar. If you go over there and subscribe at one of two levels, you will not only get expanded versions of much of the material that is here, but you'll also get content that is not featured here. And in becoming a patron, you will help support my efforts to provide you with high quality material to help you learn, play, and grow to be the guitar player you desire to be, to play the music you love. Sound good? All right, strap on your guitar and let's get to it. All right, we're still in the first position. You'll notice the pentatonic minor is on top on the left, and then the Dorian mode is on the bottom on the left. Both of those are first position. All right, so one more technique that I want to cover here is hammer-ons and pull-offs. Now, early in your playing time, hammer-ons and pull-offs sound really anemic, very weak, and not very well done, right? So let's talk about that right now for a couple of minutes. Hammer-ons are real simple. You play a note, and then you play the next note by slamming your finger down on the note. Right? And that's all it is. Play, hammer. Now you notice I'm using my fourth finger. You can use your third finger if it gives you a little better hammer. Now, the other thing is, remember, that joint right there, do not lay it flat. Play with it like this, and it gives you more power to the tip of your finger, right? Now, pull-offs are basically the opposite. You start with the upper note, and you pull off to the lower note. So play this note, fret this note, and then pull to the floor, literally sideways off the fretboard. Right? So what I want you to do is pause the video and practice playing hammer-ons ascending and descending, just using the pentatonic minor right now, and then pull-offs ascending and descending. And do this for about 5 minutes or so. Get yourself more comfortable playing this technique because it's used all the time in playing lead guitar. So it's, along with bends, one of the most important techniques for you to learn and do well. So take that 5 minutes right now and learn to do it better. Then, when you're ready to continue, press play. All right, feeling more comfortable with your hammer-ons and pull-offs? Good, because we're going to play the pentatonic minor scale over our progression using hammer-ons and pull-offs, playing one note per beat phrases of 2, 4, 6, however many notes you want to do, even 5 if you want, right? So get your progression going and let's get this working. 1 note per beat. Okay, now play the third string, hammer the fourth. Pretty cool, huh? And you just keep going. All right, pause the video. Play for about 5 minutes or so, however long you want to do this, to just really get comfortable playing hammer-ons and pull-offs and employing the phrasing. Okay? Then, after you've done that for a little bit, go ahead and restart the video and we'll keep going. Let's bring in the color tones of the Dorian mode now. And this offers some interesting possibilities because you've got 3 notes on 5 of the 6 strings. The possibilities being now you can do double pull-offs and double hammer-ons. So for the pull-offs, start here, get your third and your first finger planted and pull off. And do it on the next string. Now on the third and the fourth strings, you go fourth, second, and first. And then back to fourth, third, first. Right? For hammer-ons, you do the exact opposite. Play with your first, hammer third and fourth. Here it's first, second, and fourth. Then back to first, third, and fourth. Right? Okay, pause the video and try that out for a couple of minutes. Then, when you're ready to continue, press play. Okay, let's put it in play. You can do the double hammer-ons or double pull-offs as you see fit. The main goal here is inserting those color tones of the Dorian mode, the red notes, where you think they'll sound best. All right? And play regular too. You don't have to use hammer-ons and pull-offs for everything. So blend it and do it. Remember, phrasing as well, right? So get your looper going, and here we go. Play the third string, hammer the fourth. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, pause the video and go ahead and practice this for a little while. Remember, don't just play hammers and pulls, play regular runs as well, keeping it in phrases so that you're thinking as if you're talking through the guitar, because we all talk using phrases with pauses between them, just as I discussed last time, right? Okay, 5 minutes or so on that. Then when you're ready to go, press play. I just wanted to pause here for a moment and mention that you may have noticed the absence of something that has been missing from all the demonstrations that I've been giving you, and that is string bending. I want you to focus on what you've been learning here so you can apply it more quickly. String bending, yeah, it's something you're learning, of course. String bending takes time to learn to do well. What I want to do is teach you stuff that you can do right now well, with just a little bit of practice. String bending takes a while. I've got students who've been going at it for a few months and they're still struggling getting their string bending going well. So I'm leaving that out deliberately to have you focus on phrasing, playing color tones from the Dorian mode, because the A minor 6 in this 2-chord progression is the indicator that the Dorian mode is the other scale that works really well with the pentatonic minor scale, because the Dorian mode contains the 5 notes of the pentatonic minor scale and that 6th tone, the F sharp of the A minor 6. It makes it ideal for this. The B, or the 2-tone, is just an added bonus that you get to throw in as well. Yeah, a little bit of theory there. So don't throw bends in right now. Work on getting your phrasing, your hammer-ons, and your pull-offs, and integrating the color tones of the Dorian mode into your playing, okay? Then the bends will come. As you get better at them, you can start throwing them in. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, let's now bring in 8th notes, 2 notes per beat. So now you're going to blend quarter notes, 1 note per beat, 8th notes, 2 notes per beat, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. And you're going to add the color tones of the Dorian mode as you go, as they sound good to you, putting them into the mix, all right? So, 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay? Pause the video. Practice for 10 minutes or so. This is getting more layers involved here, so take your time. Again, at a tempo where you're comfortable playing 8th notes, 2 notes per beat. This is about quality of execution, not speed, okay? Remember your phrasing, quarter notes, 8th notes, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. So those 5 aspects, phrasing being probably the most important aspect, because like I said earlier, phrasing mimics human speech patterns, where we talk in phrases and pause between the things we're saying, the aspects of things. We're talking about one thing, but we're putting it in groups of words. So when you're playing, groups of notes with little breaks in between. It breathes. That's what that's called, breathing. Let the music breathe. All right? So go ahead and do that, like I said, for 10 minutes, even more. Take your time if you want. Really dig into this and give yourself the freedom to really begin to apply all these elements. Then, when you're ready to continue, press play. During the last demonstration, I did a little thing unintentionally, and that thing was I added a grace note. A grace note is a momentary note, very short duration. So there's 2 versions. There's a hammer-on version, which is what I did, and then there's a pull-off version. The hammer-on version is you start on this note and hammer on to that note. This note is very short, and you want to play it only enough to hear it, like that. Right? So then it would sound in context. And you can use it to start phrases. Okay, now the pull-off version starts on the upper note and pulls off to the lower note. Again, the top note is very short in duration. Like that. You hear it, but only long enough to know that it's there. Okay? So let me demonstrate just a moment and let you hear what it sounds like in a bigger context. Okay? Pause the video, practice that for a few minutes, get the sense of it. Then go ahead and hit your looper and play for a little while and start throwing those grace notes in there where you think they might work. All right? And have a bit of fun with it. Then when you're ready to continue, press play. What I've been striving to do here in these lessons is to give you things you can do right now to help you improve and sound better right now. Showing you the Dorian mode, particularly with this progression which has that F sharp in the A minor 6 chord. That is the clue to show you that the Dorian mode is the scale that works in this progression of the A minor 7 and A minor 6. The B, the two-tone, is just a bonus note that will work real nice. Now, that there is a clue for you that the chords of the progression, the notes of those chords, are notes you can actually use in your soloing. So look at other progressions that you know how to play and break down the chords. What are the notes of the chords in the progression, right? And put them, map them out, and all these notes you can use in the progression when you're soloing. Sometimes they won't sound good in certain spots, but they will sound good in other spots. So there's your clue. And along the way, you may discover another scale as well. And that's awesome, right? More knowledge. Okay, so take your time here and really dig into the things I've given you so far and put them in play. All right, now you do this at a tempo that works for you. Remember this phrase, quality of execution. Something done well, even at a slower tempo, is going to sound amazing because it's not about speed. It's about how well you play what you know, right? That's going to impress people more than speed. Okay, so again, take your time here, spend an hour or more going over all of this stuff. Really learn to integrate all the different aspects of what we've gone over so far, right? Then, when the next lesson is there, you'll be ready for it. And I'll be there waiting. See you then.